Welcome, y'all. Welcome back to the Young, Black, and Gifted Show. Can we call it a show now? I think it
pretty much.
It's a show. It's a show. Welcome back. You're listening to the baritone voice of Samaj, aka James Backwards. You feel me? And to my left, no, you're not.
You're the young one.
I'm young and gifted.
No,
I've seen you on the court. There's nothing gifted about your jump shot.
I'm black.
Yeah, if you saw our cameraman Mike, you know why that was funny.
What did you just say? What's up, my
Good. Standing at 6'4", weighing about 220, hailing from Tampa Bay, Florida. By the way, of many different places, Miami, Chicago, a whole bunch of bullshit. We call him E, but you'll know him as Big E. Let's clap it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Big E.
Bro, you your like announcements.
Next time I just make myself more special. Listen, it is my show. It is all about me. Listen, so I want to say welcome back to another episode. We're happy that you came back. Let's get into it. NFL Hall of Fame. Listen, the NFL Hall of Fame happened this past weekend. Inductees happened. A couple of my all-time favorites got in. It was really special for me. Was Mr. 20, Rondé Barber, a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Legend, honestly. 45 is the only player that has 45 interceptions and 25 sacks, I believe. He got inducted last week, was the very first inductee for this class. So he was pretty much prime time for me. Is either you're first or you're last. You feel me? Yeah. So he got in.
If you ain't first, you're last. You know?
First.
Basically created that, known for that Tampa 2 defense. So, well, that defense in itself.
Yeah.
So it made him a real special part of that defense. So, yeah, congratulations.
Like I said, a Tampa Bay legend, played for the team. I think it was the longest tenured Buccaneer, actually played the longest as a Buccaneer. Mm-hmm. So very happy, it was a very special moment for me.
Donovan McNabb, it's first and goal. That's picked off. And who else? Rondé Barber, all the way, untouched, down the field. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers may ride to the Super Bowl with that one. I tell you what, there's a look.
And for me, I really think it completes that whole set for our Super Bowl team originally in 2002.
Yeah, that real great team of excellent players that came out of that. Warren Sapp, Rondé Barber, Derek Brooks, John Lynch.
Yeah, I think if they allow fullbacks to come in, Mike All-Star A-Train, but they don't. They haven't a lot of fullback again in years. So
he was a special guy too. I mean, they just had great guys that played great positions for that team. Not all of them are Hall of Famers, but had a great career overall.
Yeah, fuck Keyshawn. But
oh my God,
I don't like him. I don't like it. There's a story behind that. One day we will tell it. But fuck Keyshawn Johnson. I said that.
My favorite inductee was my man that was a two-sport athlete. I don't know how he did it, but he was a two-sport athlete in college and one of the best defensive ends in football, man. Julius Peppers, man. Like, yo, what a career. Shouts out to Mr. Peppers. Just unreal. And like, talking about 6'5", 6'6".
They do.
290, 280. Just unbelievable athleticism. A real class act. I just enjoyed him playing. He played for my Bears. I really enjoyed him playing. Yeah, I really enjoyed his career.
That's crazy. He admitted that he's a Bears fan. That's crazy.
Bro,
that's crazy.
I don't have 12 different teams.
You got Chicago.
They all got specific reasons.
You got this.
I spoke on this, man. I am a Dolphins fan. I'm a Bears fan. I lived in these cities. He's just getting on to me, but he's a Tampa Bay fan. I don't understand.
Yeah, just like I told any Cowboys fan, we won more Super Bowls than you have in this century. Let's put it like that. We have more Super Bowls than you have in this century.
Whatever.
Anyway, And then some more people that came got in. Darrell Revis Island, he got inducted this weekend. And then Joe Thomas, the offensive lineman for the Cleveland Browns. He had a 10-year career, 6 All-Pros, and 10 Pro Bowls. So he was a beast throughout his whole career.
Yes, sir.
So we want to congratulate the ones that we just we talked about and the ones that we may have forgotten. So congratulations to the Hall of Famers. You have surely entertained us over the years.
Congratulations to all of you guys. You guys deserve it. And it just shows, the greatness of football and the hard work that all these individuals and other players have put into the game. And it's great that they all get recognized and they all get a yellow jacket. So that's great.
If you could put anyone in right now, who would you do? That's not in the Hall of Fame right now.
As of currently?
Yes. That's not in there.
A guy that I enjoyed, I know I had a jersey. I know a lot of people had his jersey, and they talk about it on their podcast, and other people talk about him. But Fred Taylor was a beast when he played for the Jaguars. He was a beast. I think he's one of those guys that should be in.
For me, that's not in. It's going to be kind of controversial. I'm putting Mike Vick in. There was a time that people look at Lamar and they forget what Mike Vick was doing. You feel me? Michael Vick was the guy with the strong arm. He was the guy that you could not catch at all. That time that he had in Atlanta was very special. You talking about somebody that had his jersey. His jersey was actually the very first jersey I've ever had. That Michael Vick Atlanta jersey was the very first jersey I've ever had. So what he did in Atlanta was very special. Obviously he did some things. Well, he didn't do nothing. He allowed someone to use his house to do something crazy. But him coming back from that and then having that special time in Philly, that was a dope time. And I think even though he may not have the numbers, for me personal wise, as a little personal thing, I think that he should be in the Hall of Fame too. Because at that time, you could not tell me more than 4 to 5 quarterbacks that were better than Michael Vick at that time in his heyday. So that's just me. I want you to close your eyes and imagine this, right?
Imaginary clothes, yes.
Boom. Boom. It's 2002. It's NBA draft night. Your family's around. With the first overall pick of the 2002 NBA draft. I forget who had that pick that year. I think
it was the Houston Rockets, and it got Yao Ming, bro.
Whoa! Damn!
Oh, shit. That's not happening. The second pick. With the second pick of the 2002 draft.
And again, a Duke legend and Jason Williams. Just get to the point, bro.
He gets drafted, right?
Let's pretend, yeah.
You in the NBA. You're in the NBA. With a third overall pick, the Golden State Warriors select Ernest. Everybody's going wild. The family's there. Everybody's doing the thing. You feel me? You're an NBA player now.
That would have been nice.
I know, right? That's what I say. Imagine me. Anyway, you're an NBA player. You've gone through a couple years. You're one of the top 10 players in the league.
At the time. Imagination is nice. Yeah, that's cool. That's great. That's great life.
Hey. Are you, the reason why I say you're already in there, do you want a NBA championship ring or do you want a max contract? You already got the bread. And you're one of the best players in the league.
Right.
What do you want your career to be known for most?
I guess you were going to listen to some of the other players talking about this.
Yes, and it's been pissing me off because, so for anyone that does not know, Gilbert Arenas on his show, podcast, whatever you want to call it, he's the one that really brought up the question first. Do you want to be a max player or a guy to be considered for a ring? They brought up Robert Horry, which I thought was a bad example because it's like Robert Horry only made this much and then was bringing up today's money. I thought it was kind of...
Right. I mean, if you think about it, in most cases, I would tell you, and like I would tell anybody that would ask me that question, you want both. Because if you think about it, Kobe in his time,
Got both.
you know, he got both. He got his money. He made over $300 million, I want to say, in his playing years, and got his 5 rings.
LeBron definitely got both.
Yeah, LeBron, you're talking about a 4-time champion, and a guy that's net worth to be
Almost
$1 billion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as a player, obviously, yeah, you want the success, you want your money, but what do we play for? You know, when we go out, when those guys go out for to play, as they're getting ready to play for the World FIBA Basketball Association, they're going out for gold. They're not going for anything else. They're trying to compete against other teams, and then, you know, the regular season is going to be the same way. Yes, you get paid. It's a wonderful experience. You can buy whatever you want, but the goal is to get a championship, to get an NBA championship. You know, that's what you sacrifice for. That's the experience that you want to feel and have of being a champion. You know, you've seen it, like any kid that's played any sport, whether it's basketball, whether it's football, whether it's baseball, soccer, whatnot. You get your money. Yeah, you play to earn your money, but at the same time, the dream of it all is you making that last second shot in the championship game, you know, hitting that home run in the 9th inning to end the game, or making that last interception in the game, or making that game-winning touchdown, or a game-winning field goal. You know, you know what I mean? Every guy, every girl that plays a sport, you know, obviously it's wonderful to get paid. It allows you to do so much, and you take care of your family. You do so much for your community, which we see in all athletes do, which is wonderful to see. But at the same time, they want to experience what they came into their specific sport for. They want to experience a championship. They want to experience a gold medal. They want, you know what I mean? They want to win in whatever field or brand of sport they're in.
So me, when I was watching these clips or these videos, it really just angered me, because it felt like this is what highlights what's wrong in the NBA.
Yeah, but he's saying, okay, get $300 million, or make about, I think he said Robert Horry made about $56 million in his career, and got like 7, which that's a bad little.
Okay,
it's a bad little scenario.
This is why I say it's horrible, because you're comparing what an NBA player made back in 2000, what players are making now. There's players right now
through his career, because remember, he came in 94.
Right.
I think I want to say he came in 94, 95 draft.
Sure, you can be the 7th or 8th guy on the bench, and you're making what he made in a career in 2 years.
Right. Depending on the pay scale today, in today's pay scale.
Exactly. So I really felt like that was a bad analogy. So it's like, technically, in today's NBA, you can get even if you are trash, you're getting a bag either way if you know how to manage your money right, and you're getting paid so much to be garbage. If you look at some of the players that got paid this offseason, come on now, getting paid $100 million contract. Anthony Davis, I love Anthony Davis, not really. not really.
Lakers, boy. You gave that boy the extension, man. How do you feel
about
Let's
that?
zoom in on the Laker fan.
Get the hat. No, how I felt about Anthony Davis getting paid. Is Anthony Davis a top 10 player? Yes. Is Anthony Davis a Hall of Famer? Yes. Does Anthony Davis frustrate me every time that he touches the basketball? Yes. Yes. Does Anthony Davis show up and then disappear in the next game after that in the playoffs consistently? And he's consistent on that. That's consistent. He's just consistent on that. I don't know if he was trying to take all games to prepare for Joker, because he did average 27 against Joker. I do admit that. He did his thing.
He did his thing. Yeah.
He did his thing. But it didn't look like it when you watched. It did not. So when you have a guy, and I've always said this, the whole point of bringing him in was supposed to do a reverse Magic and Kareem. For anyone that does not know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, aka formerly known as Lou Alcindor, was towards the end of his career with the Lakers. They happened to get the first overall pick, which was Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was the future. Kareem was the past. You're switching that at some point. Kareem low-key led the Lakers to the championship in Magic's rookie year. Then after that, it was Magic that took over the reins and became the guy. LeBron James is not supposed to be an MVP candidate in year 20. You were supposed to be the MVP candidate. You're supposed to be averaging 34 points and 15 to 17 boards a game and maybe 1 or 2 blocks. You're not. You're not. So really, in my feelings,
Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding?
the Lakers just gave a star some money because they know they need some type of star appeal after LeBron James retires. Maybe they can attract a free agent to come through because the Lakers don't do this thing. They don't draft. They don't draft. The last great Laker that they drafted was Kobe. That was 96.
I ain't gonna lie, they did draft some good players, but they all
they draft
for other teams now.
And then they're bringing them back in trades of free agency. Like, it's just,
not the important ones. But
for me, you're going to get the bag regardless. For someone I may not be an athlete, I may not be the greatest entertainer, whatever it may be, but every day I step into something or I want to do something, I try to be the best at it. So whatever the best is trying to grab or hold onto what recognizes me as the best. So you don't wake up at 4. That's the problem. People wasn't waking up at 4:30. They waking up at 7. They want to be average. They don't want to be fucking great. And then when you're not great, here's the thing, right? Everybody likes to talk shit about Charles Barkley, about him not having a ring and all this type of stuff. Half of the people that was talking that said they just wanted to get the bag or whatever, they not even on Charles Barkley's level. But who is it? What's the dude's name that's his analyst? It's not Shaq, but the other guy. Kenny knows what it's like to be a champion. I guarantee that if Charles could trade in a little bit, half of that fortune he made, to know the feeling of winning the NBA championship, he would. He acts like he doesn't affect him, but I know as a competitor, as someone that's competitive, that affects you. And you get over it and you deal with it, but as a competitor, that's what you want. And when I hear NBA players saying, I don't really care, I'd rather choose the bag, I think that's the biggest problem in the NBA right now.
Well, hold on. No, they're former NBA players.
No. There's current ones that said that. They'd just rather choose the bag over a championship.
If I'm a current NBA player, there should be no current NBA player saying that. If I'm a current NBA player, if I'm blessed to wear the league jersey, I'm saying I want both, because you can get both. You can get both.
Sensational.
But it was the thing of, if you had to end your career with the bag or a ring.
Nah, I don't agree with that.
I feel like if you get the ring, you don't get the bag. That's fine. The ring actually opens more doors for you. The ring actually opens more doors for you to get a bigger bag after you're done working in the NBA.
Good. And then you get more opportunities because you have that experience of winning.
Exactly.
Regardless of what, look at JaVale McGee. He earned 2 rings and got another ring with the Lakers.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, I think as a player that is currently in the NBA wearing the NBA jersey, you should obviously strive to get both. Now, I understand former guys, making that big decision because you hear about these outlandish contracts that you can receive, and you've heard about some of these soccer players getting the money to go play in other leagues. You hear about all this money that you can make, and former players are like, oh shit, I'd rather go do this. I'd rather go get my money.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
I put it like this, right? If a football player said I'd rather get the bag than the championship, I kind of understand that because it's not guaranteed in the NFL. Y'all getting guaranteed money. It doesn't make sense for me. It just don't. That's me sitting on my little soapbox. It pisses me off to hear that coming from a professional NBA player. I'm like, that's the problem in today's league. Y'all play half-ass basketball. It's a huge difference, and y'all making way more money than the dudes in the past were making, and they were playing harder. I don't know. That's just for me. Just for me. I don't know if you saw it or not.
you showed me. Oh wow.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
So-
let's just get the.
So over the weekend, because it's on the internet.
Yeah, you can
It's,
catch it.
yo,
Bro, that's crazy.
over the weekend or whatever, there was an incident in Alabama. From the clip that I saw, it was essentially a black security guard telling security guard telling a patron that they could not dock their boat in a certain area.
So the guy that. So
I mean, so you're about to get the backstory in it.
okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's.
And so it was a security guard telling somebody that they could not dock their boat in a certain spot, and it got physical. It got physical into other patrons saw it, aka black people. They saw it and they ran and they ran and defended the black people.
Man, dude.
There was one dude that jumped up. There was
His ass over there.
Black
swam
people swam.
and trying to help out.
You know, black people aren't good swimmers.
But that stereotype
Bro,
in that day.
For real, bro.
that's
Yo, homeboys just.
Get up there, young boy. Get up there.
Patrons, I'm using high vocabulary. The patrons from the said boat came off the boat and then they started jumping the security guard. Now, mind you, the security guard is one person and it's maybe about six.
4? It went from 4 to 6.
It was
something like that.
quick.
Yeah.
4 to 6 people very quickly.
Few moments later.
Oh my God. Woo! That what you get. That what you get.
It was a melee. It was it was of epic proportions. How I personally feel, I liked it. Not because here's the thing. People do shit, and then they don't expect they don't expect to be they don't expect a reaction after that. Repercussions. I was trying not to stutter off.
Right.
When you jumped, it was 6 people on one.
Yeah.
6 people on one. Y'all didn't care about it. Y'all didn't feel no type of way about it until y'all started getting your asses beat by. It seemed like all of Alabama was out there. The ancestors was out there.
Well,
Because it became into something that I didn't like to see because of the black and white thing. But at the same time, if you're going, we're going to defend our people.
right.
We're going to defend our people at
Absolutely.
any cost.
I mean, me watching it when, first of all, whoever was recording it had a great angle from it. I don't know how far they were.
Great angle, great commentary. Thank you.
But that was apparently, you said the guy that was originally that got jumped on was security,
The security guard, yeah.
and he's trying to tell the guy that he can't dock where he's.
Yeah, he couldn't
And
knock
they
it.
got into it. Now, you never know what the conversation was. Obviously, they got into a physical altercation, and then all of a sudden his friends are joining in.
Jump, not join, but jump.
Jump in is very unfortunate. It's very disgusting to see. Obviously, you don't like to see that, a man trying to do his job.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? You're just trying to do your job. If he's security and he's just trying to tell the person, hey, you cannot park there, and the person's getting an attitude with them, whether it's alcohol or anything like that, you're supposed to listen.
in the video, the security guard got swung on first. Now,
Yeah.
he got swung on
Yeah,
first.
yeah. So I get that. I get that they got into it. And then for the friends to jump in, boy,
And then you start seeing people coming and helping him.
what did they expect? Like, they didn't expect nobody else to pay attention to that and then help in the melee.
They wasn't
and that
expecting no
just
con to come out there and whoop that ass. They
Bro,
wasn't.
it just turned into a whole out battle royale, man. And that was crazy. That was crazy. When you were showing me the footage, I was just like, what the hell is going on? And like I said, there was one dude that swam, bro.
He swam.
There's a dude that swam. And, you know,
Swam.
and shouts out to everybody because, you know what I mean, you gotta defend that person, obviously, because he's by himself. You know, he's getting jumped on. Like, I don't get I don't know what's led into the story. I guess, you know,
It's
you gotta
Alabama.
watch it.
It's Alabama.
I understand that, but did they have a news report on that? I think we were just watching
The Shade Room had a news report on it. It was like, you know this thing will put it on the news.
Bro,
the Shade Room had to put it on. Like,
I just thought that was insanely crazy. But, you know, shout out to everybody
that jumped in to help.
to help, bro. I mean, like, that's insane because that dude's doing his job, and then he's getting jumped by 4 or 5 people, and then. Man,
Listen,
that's just
watch
sad.
the video for yourself. It's online. It's online. Watch the video for yourself. I thought it was. How can I say this? It was a dope moment for me because I saw some.
Sad moment.
No, this is why I say it's a dope moment. It's a dope moment for me because there was someone that needed help, and it wasn't a moment. It wasn't a moment that someone just recorded and was like, "Damn, somebody should do something. Somebody should help." It was
Help me! Help!
people that actually helped and defended this man, and now the melee that what it led into and what it became. All right, cool. You can have a debate on that shit later on. But the fact that people actually jumped in and did not watch somebody just get beat the fuck up while they're working. I already have a reason why I'm not trying to take no losses while I'm working anyway. So it's like, for that to happen, I thought it was a dope moment. People didn't just record it. That's my take on it.
Right. To me, that situation should have never happened. Those guys should have complied with the guy that was with security. I don't know how they came at each other. I don't know how they were talking with each other. But if a man's trying to do his job, I think you should comply instead of getting into a fight and then your friends are getting into it. Like I said, shouts out to everybody that helped him out, obviously. But a man's just trying to do his job. He's just trying to earn his paycheck, take to his family. That should have never happened, and it shouldn't. Like, if you can't do your job, and as a person, like, get the respect of doing your job, and it turns into that, no, then there's something wrong. It is very wrong out here. It's very wrong out here. That wasn't right at all. But shouts out to everybody that defended the man.
Shout out to the dude that swam. Shout out to the dude that jumped into the water.
That swam. My homeboy swam, bro.
Whoever you are dope and you are special, and we are super proud of you because he jumped into the water,
bro,
got on,
bro,
jumped in and got on. Bro, shout out to you, my guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Just, that's not right. But don't you have a slap segment, sir?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
So who are you slapping?
Who am I slapping?
Oh yeah, Mr. Dr. King.
Yo, that whole situation, that shouldn't have happened. But NFL owners that think they can talk shit about their players, especially their all-pro players, they need a slap to the face. I don't care whether you guys have agreed to demean a position. I don't care if you weren't trying to reference. He wasn't trying to reference Jonathan Taylor.
No.
Mr. Jim Irsay, you weren't trying to reference Jonathan Taylor. But you giving your opinion with all the things that you said in the past, I don't know. That was uncalled for. This kid almost won the MVP 2 seasons ago, and guess how old this kid is? He's 24. He was nominated. He finished top 5 in the MVP votes?
Yeah.
So how old was he back then? 22? And you're going into the dispute of not paying this man.
Show me the money.
And you're talking shit about the position. We all know how these owners act. We all know what these owners are about. Don't open your mouth. Don't make it worse. Please. That is a straight baby powder in my hand, just no, bro.
5 fingers to the face.
I'm so bro, these kids, you're not even guaranteed.
Yeah, truthfully,
It's money.
at this point, if I tell anybody that's in high school, no, actually in Little League, I'll be like, bruh, if you don't play running back, because they're not gonna pay you. Like if I had,
and that's a special position because you know what they're used for in so many aspects of the game.
But the crazy thing is, what they're going to lead to is going to be 7-on-7, where you have the quarterback and you can't really touch the quarterback, and you got wide receivers and DBs out there, and that's what the NFL is going to turn to, pretty much 7-on-7, or 7-on-7,
or those running backs. They're going to turn themselves into receivers and be used, like they use Debo.
Yeah.
That's why he was making his case, because they were trying him for a little bit with his contract, trying to say he wasn't a wide receiver. He was saying, "I'm a wide receiver, bro. You better pay me like a wide receiver."
Because Alvin Kamara,
bro,
when he was fighting for his contract, not this one, I think the one he got paid on. Excuse me, he was trying to get paid as a receiver.
Oh yeah. Alvin Kamara, you gotta stay out of trouble, bro. Come on, man.
That was a couple of years ago.
No, he got suspended.
I know, but they.
But they finally.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's learned from it, but that sucks. He's getting suspended for how many games? Like 3 games?
3 games. So I think
that sucks.
I think the situation was because I think he at the time he was dating Tia Cooper, the WNBA player, Dwight Howard's former wife, whatever. So they were out in Vegas, I believe. I think somebody was saying something disrespectful to her, and then as her man, he reacted and stuff, and then he beat the brakes off dude. That's why you have security. That's why we have security, so they can do it for you. Like his first game against the Bucks.
Hey, that's coming from Bucks fan right there.
You say that like any of your teams are actually good this year, man.
You saying that like your team's gonna be great this year?
Listen, I've talked to many.
At least my team's showing some effort. They made some efforts during drafts and what they're trying to build. Your team's just went backwards, straight backwards.
Okay.
Your team just went straight backwards.
And like you said,
you guys are putting Baker Mayfield, and he's actually in a QB competition.
Not really.
He's in QB competition.
Not really.
Bro, he's not in QB competition, so he's your day one starter. Baker Mayfield's your day one starter.
No, Baker Mayfield's the guy when we go 0-8, they're gonna put him in as the starting quarterback because he's like, all right, what do we do here? Listen, this is how I feel. We either taking for Caleb or we're taking for Marvin Harrison Jr. Whichever of those two. That's how I really feel. Because reports are saying that in the Bucks training camp that at least up to a couple days ago that Kyle Trask was actually throwing really well in training camp, and that Baker Mayfield was throwing interceptions, which is a surprise. It's Baker fucking Mayfield. That he was throwing interceptions, he was missing guys. Mike Evans has been doing great like all the time, like of course, and that he's been throwing mainly to Mike to like help him recover.
Hey, 6'5", 230 pounds. Who wouldn't throw to a 6'5", 235 pounds?
He's jumbo.
Yeah.
But Mr. Consistency. We need to start getting Mike a name, big nickname. Mr. Consistency, Mr. Always There, Mr. Reliable, something. He doesn't have a nickname.
Yeah, just call him Reliable.
Oh, reliable. Yeah.
Yeah, no. By no means are, but he's the most reliable guy that you got on your roster.
I mean, Chris is there. Chris Godwin,
yeah, coming off the injury, but I'm sure he's making a full recovery.
You know,
especially after this year, going into this year.
But it is what it is.
Unless the Bucks just decide to revamp the whole thing and just trade them all.
Truthfully, the only question that we really have that's really going to depend on how we rock is the quarterback position.
Yeah, they're trying to go back to the draft, ladies and gentlemen. They're trying to go back to the draft.
To be honest with you, as a Buccaneer fan, and I say this as any Buccaneer fan, the last 3 years, we wasn't even used to that, okay? The last 3 years with Tom, it was just one of those things. We were talking shit to other teams, and we were winning games. As a Buccaneers fan with Tom Brady, and I was a Bucs fan before the time, it was weird to have leads in games and maintain
your leads. How does it feel?
Hey, look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Like it was like, oh shit, we actually got Tom Brady. That's dope. And then for us to win the chip the first year and then improve the second year, I was like, this is crazy. I thought he should not have played last year. But even still, it was like, dang, I'll take this over the last 5 to 6 quarterbacks that we've had.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Tom Brady has only played in our franchise for 3 years, and is already the greatest quarterback in franchise history.
It's true.
I miss Jameis, but I do miss Jameis though. I miss Jameis.
Yeah, just pain. It was pain everywhere. So we got to keep on pushing through and being.
I miss Jameis.
man. Stop it.
He's better than Justin Fields, and I fucking said it. I said it. You're a Bears fan and Dolphins fan.
Hey.
Oh my bad. Bears, Dolphins, and Colts.
Hey, bro. Shit. At least my team is trying to win. We're trying to build. We're trying to build. We're trying to build. Hey, all I say, my team's trying to build and win.
The Dolphins are nice.
Hey, your team.
The Dolphins are nice. I ain't gonna lie. The Dolphins are nice.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, your team went after the older guy. They got their older guy. They got that one championship. And hey.
Right. When the last time any of your teams won a championship?
Oh, it's been a while, obviously. But
Okay,
hey,
just the memory.
like I said, hey,
on a memory.
that's wonderful. Hey, but at least
Ain't no
my
place
team,
I'd rather be than the Super Bowl.
at least my team. I can admit my team sucked when they sucked, but at least all every single one.
I just want
every
to
single
just talking shit.
Every single season, every time your team was in every single game,
We don't have to use none of this footage.
able
No,
to finish a game or anything. Every time they're in the game, they always shoot themselves in the
Right.
foot. I don't understand that.
Okay. Again, it's the end of the show. We're happy that if you keep coming back, we're thankful for you. Yeah, to the next show. Hopefully you'll be there.
And we made an agreement. He said it. Since I am the gifted one, he's the young one, TV.
Who
he
told
asked
you
me-
that?
Just shut up. You're the one who asked me to do it. Can you please like and subscribe? We would appreciate all the support. And thank you for everybody who watches this. But he made the agreement. We actually
Beauty
talked about
is subjective, man.
He said it.
What?
He said it. You guys, take care. Peace.
No. Show you the money.
Right now, show you. Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Yeah.
Just